It's not easier to develop great-looking website with WordPress. In the past, you needed to know about HTML and CSS. You possibly also needed to know about PHP and JavaScript. WordPress hides all the technical aspects from you. You don't need to do programming. HTML, CSS, PHP, and other programming language runs website, but WordPress actually hides from you. You don't need to code with programming languages. WordPress is much more drag and drop, help others to establish website they need. WordPress is a free and an open source content management system written in PHP paired with MySQL. Original source code is made freely available and may be redistributed and modified. Developers around the world are actively working in establishing WordPress a better platform for you to use and you to build your website. WordPress was originally created for building blog. You can also create business websites. You can also create hybrid websites where you can design any format and structure of website that you need. WordPress is flexible to handle all of aspects, but if you want to add features that are not built into WordPress, then you can find plugin that can add that feature for you. There is a free WordPress repository with lots of free plugins. For example, you can see here that there are a lot of contact plugins also. If you want to be security on your website, a lot of security plugins are available. In the WordPress repository, there are a number of themes. WordPress is used by notable brands in their business like New York Times, CNN, etc. Difference between WordPress. There are two types of WordPress. First one is WordPress.com. Second one is WordPress.org. WordPress.com is all in one package. It provides web hosting and costs money. WordPress.org, on the other hand, is actually a WordPress script that you download and install. There is free plan on WordPress.com. Huge number of videos are not applicable for WordPress.com. Those videos will teach you about WordPress.org. There are different plans available here on website. However, there are limitations for free and paid or premium plans. Features for different plans are actually different. You can see limitations in pricing and plan page on WordPress.com. You have options available both in yearly and monthly plan. Paid versions end up more expensive than WordPress.org. Free versions have massive limitation as compared to other plans. You can build what you want. No limitations. You are in fully control. Choose your own hosting. Choose any theme you want. Install any plugin that you want. It is customizable. Domain and hosting costs less. Finding the domain. If you are just going to install WordPress on your own computer so that you can learn that how to use WordPress, then you don't need domain name. But as soon as you want your website to be live, you have an address where you can send people. That's where the domain name comes in. We are going to consider getting a domain name, how you can do it. and best practices for finding the domain name that's going to work for you in much appropriate manner. First rule I am going to recommend is that don't need to use EMD. EMD stands for exact match domain. In the old days, people will look for a phrase they wanted to rank and earned much traffic, so that they would use the exact phrase as the domain name. Let's say you make masks for COVID protection purpose. You might think that COVID mask is a great keyword that you think will bring a lot of traffic into your website. So you would look for covidmasks.com or covidmasks.net, etc. Keyword you want to rank is in your domain name. EMD is always important term. If a lot of people are searching for it, you don't need to use it. I advise that don't try to force keywords in domain name because you think it will help you rank better. But that's a way by which Google take notice in their own way and to penalize you for trying spam or keyword stuffing for ranking your website. If you have to be careful about inserting keywords in your domain name, what is best strategy? It's good to find catchy and brandable domain name. It might be possible that it can be your personal name if you think about some of the best brands in history. We can take example from Google name. Google was not word, and yet everybody knows Google as search engine. So a catchy and brandable domain name that is easier to pass around by word of mouth or type into the search engine is much better than having some long, spammy, keyword-rich domain name. Once you have come up with some ideas for domain name, you need to check if those domains are available. I am going to show you a tool that is best tool for you to help the domain name availability. Once you have found a domain that is available and that you like and you want to use, it's good to check domain history at Wayback Machine. If particular domain was used for any topics that Google does not really approve of, or it was used to heavily spam or to create spammy content because it's necessary to avoid shady history domain names. Here you can see the exact URL from where you can download Domain Name Analyzer. Tool itself is called Domain Name Analyzer. You can open it by searching through Google. You can download the software by clicking on Download Free Version option. At this moment, nothing is added or given in this window. You need to click on Add Domain option here. Here, different domain name ideas going to check. Available and unavailable domain names are shown here. Unavailable domain names means that domain names are registered already. Hamlet.com is client delete prohibited domain. So the next step is to check that domain have shady past or not. So that we can do that on Wayback Machine. It's an archive of the web, and then all you need to do is to put in your desired domain name. Here you can see the result of given website. Nothing detailed about it is available here. You can see the result of other website. These bars represent times when there was a version of website found. If you want to learn complete course on WordPress, you can enroll now. Complete course is 10 hours long. No prior knowledge of WordPress is required, as everything will be covered in course. You don't need any coding experience at all. A 30-day money-back guarantee. Certification of completion. If you are really serious about learning WordPress completely, I highly recommend you to enroll the course. If you are interested, click on link in description and learn now about WordPress completely.